Hey, what's going on, guys? Slcmof here, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today's video is going to be about how two new Arkham games may have been leaked by a website called Bite Size Impressions. So today we're going to be going over that. Now, I found out this information through a video from Slcmof, so his channel will be linked in the description down below. So that's how I found out about this video. Thank you to Slcmof for making a video so a lot of the Arkham community can know about this. And also the article that I will be reading off will be linked in the description down below, so go ahead, check that article out for yourself. Of course, it is from bitesizeimpressions.com. And the article is titled "New Batman Game May Be on the Horizon." So I'm gonna go over this now. Before I get into this, just a massive disclaimer here. Please take this with a grain of salt because this could be totally wrong. But it is a new Arkham leak that hasn't surfaced today. It actually says here that it surfaced May 25th, and it just kind of went over everybody's radar. And it really hasn't become popular until today. A lot of websites have started talking about it today. Unfortunately, they haven't given this guy credit, the person who actually put the scoop out, which is a little sad. But let's just get into this article. So here we go. I'm gonna read it off to you guys. Of course, like I said, link to the article will be in the description down below. So he says, "It's been an interesting 12 or 13 months for Batman, hasn't it? Arkham Knight was praised for looking and performing well on consoles, but was nothing short of a disaster on PC. The Batman vs Superman film was finally released, and, well, we'll just leave it at that. The long-rumored Batman return to Arkham was confirmed for both Xbox One and PlayStation 4. With buzz of both a Superman and Spider-Man game underway, some fear that the final nails were being hammered into the Arkham versus coffin." So if you don't know what he's talking about there have been a lot of leaks for a Superman game and a Spider-Man game. I just haven't really got around to talking about them yet. But we may be rewarded. I'm kind of just going on. I don't want to make this video too long. But those anxious to see their favorite Crusader with pointy rubber ears. Okay, I'm reading off the article, like I said. May be happy to hear their patience could be rewarded with not one, but two new games. Now, he has a disclaimer here. He says, "Before it continues, I'd like to let everybody know that this following information should be treated strictly as a rumor. I know and trust my source, and while this information was reported to him/her in August, though things are always subject to change. That said, here's what they found out." So here we go. "There is indeed a new Batman game in development, and there's a twist. The story takes place in not too distant future, and the primary antagonist is actually the original Batman's son." Now, I actually had a little Twitter conversation with this guy from Bite Size Impressions, and I was kind of wondering if their source was talking about Damian Wayne, because that is Batman's actual son, or if they're talking about maybe they got confused. Maybe their source is not that big, maybe doesn't know that much about Batman, and maybe they thought that Dick Grayson was Batman's son, his actual blood son. He came to me and he answered, and he said that his source only said Batman's son. The source never said either Nightwing, Tim, none of that. But if it is Damian Wayne, then I find this rumor very hard to believe, because Damian Wayne has never been introduced in the Arkhamverse, and if he's all of a sudden the main person that you play as in this new Batman game, and him maybe taking over as Batman doesn't really make much sense, because Damian Wayne's never been introduced in the Arkham series except that one little talk between Talia and Batman in Arkham City. But it just seems kind of weird. So we don't know. Like I said, I asked him, and he said his source only said Batman's son, so we don't know. Other websites have been saying that it is Damian, and he just said that he never got a specific name. Here we go. So we'll keep going. "The city will not only be bigger, but it will actually show more signs of Gotham's population than ever before. That's really awesome if, of course, this is true, meaning the city has been evacuated. Plot thread is being left by the wayside." So that's pretty good. And he says, which is smart because my primary concern with the latter Arkham games is just how empty and lifeless the world feels. Okay. The story will not unfold in the span of a single night, day and night cycles perhaps. It's unknown if the Batmobile will be playable, but it's said that we'll have access to the Bat Cycle. Now that sounds pretty awesome, and this is what makes me think that his source is talking about Nightwing, because Nightwing uses a motorcycle. Damian, I think, has used it before, but Nightwing is known to have like a motorcycle or / Bat Cycle, so that's why I think it's going to be Nightwing. If, of course, this is all true, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. The whole day and night cycles thing does sound pretty cool. We never had that in an Arkham game yet. I don't know. I don't know if I believe the Batman story as much as I do the next game that I'm going to talk about. Just because, I don't know. Like, I believe that this dude did. I believe this dude's not just pulling this out of his butt. I do believe that he actually. I do trust that he actually got this information. Whether or not it's true, like we'll see, we'll have to find out. So it's unknown if that will be playable. Bat Cycle. As you progress through the game, players will have the opportunity to upgrade the Batcave. That sounds pretty interesting. The biggest question of all is who's developing a game. This unfortunately was not mentioned personally. I don't believe Rocksteady will be behind it. With enough money being offered, it's certainly possible. Rocksteady has already expressed a desire to move on. So there you go. I mean, other people are reporting that Rocksteady, but, you know, that's a false information because this guy never says Rocksteady. He specifically says right here that he didn't get told if it was Rocksteady or not. I don't know if it'd be Rocksteady. See, I don't think it'd be W Montreal either, because the next game I'm going to get to in a second is probably going to be maybe with them, and also they're probably making a Superman game that's been leaked a lot. See, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look it up. There's been a bunch of concept art and stuff leaked for that. So there you go. Now the second game reportedly follows the Suicide Squad. Now I believe this one a lot more. No surprise considering a feature film is due for release in 2016, but there's no further information about what this game will feature or even what stage of development it is in. So fortunately, he doesn't have a lot of information on the Suicide Squad game as much as he has on the Batman game. But it's also, but according to some other reports, I think it was from, I don't know, I've heard some other reports. I'm trying to remember the website. I can't remember the website that I heard it from. It might be Addicted to My Series or something like that. They talk about how the Suicide Squad game will be a third-person co-op game. A third-person shooter co-op game, which this guy never talks about. But according to another website, like I said, I think it is Addicted to My Series. I don't know. But I think that's what the name is. I'm pretty positive that's what the name is. It's like a French website. And they talked about how it's gonna be a third-person shooter with co-op. Also, I think that originally comes from DC Planet, another French website. A lot of French websites in this, but I don't know. This guy doesn't have any information on it, but according to some other websites, they apparently have some more information. But I don't know. I'm just going off of this website for this video, so I don't know. I'll have to do some more research on that for a video for another time. So he continues, I and my source know how the internet reacts to rumors, so they're willing to vet themselves to well-established media outlets upon request. Contact information is available, blah blah blah. Okay, so are you guys ready for more Batman or Batman Son or whoever? Or is enough already? So there you go. There is the whole article by Bite Size Impressions that has been getting a lot of attention today. At the time of recording this is going to go out the next day. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited? Do you believe any of this rumor? Like I said, take this with a grain of salt because I don't know how much I believe of this. Of course, like I said, if it is Damian Wayne, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense if it is Damian Wayne. Nightwing does make more sense, but if it is Nightwing, does that mean Nightwing was the Batman at the end of Nightfall Protocol? Spoilers for Nightfall Protocol for Arkham Knight. You know, there's a Batman that uses fear gas. Is that Dick Grayson? I don't know. I thought it maybe I was thinking that it's most likely Bruce Wayne. So it would, I don't know. That's just kind of a little fuzzy to me. But a Suicide Squad game is very, very likely, especially with all the hints that W. Montreal put in both the Arkham Origins games, in Batman Arkham Origins, Blackgate. You had Amanda Waller gathering the Suicide Squad together. The Suicide Squad actually is real in the Arkham universe due to the games and in the prequel comic books. There has been the Suicide Squad, so I think a Suicide Squad game in the Arkham universe is more probable, possible than this supposed Arkham game that you'd be playing as Batman's son. Because you know, in Arkham Origins Blackgate, you have her getting Bronze Tiger, Deadshot, and then in Arkham Origins you have her getting Deathstroke at the end of Arkham Origins, kind of like an end credit scene. So I think a Suicide Squad game is much more possible than the whole Damian Wayne or Dick Grayson thing. Now let me know in the comment section below, do you think that that an Arkham game is coming with either one of the Robins or Damian Wayne, whoever, being the main protagonist? Well, well, think about it this way. He never says in that article that the Batman's son has become Batman. He just says the source that he got just says Batman's son. It never says that Batman's son becomes Batman. So maybe it is a Robin game from Damian Wayne, playing as Damian Wayne. Maybe it's a Nightwing game, you're playing as Nightwing. I would certainly like a Nightwing game better, set in the Arkham universe. If anybody's going to take Batman's spot, if it's not Bruce Wayne, it has to be Dick Grayson, I feel, in my opinion. This happened in comic books before. It was very popular, according to some people that I heard back in the day, that made a lot of money when it was Damian Wayne and Dick Grayson as the Batman and Robin. So I think that would be the best bet. But let me know in the comment section below, guys. I have a feeling that we are gonna get an announcement about some sort of DC game this E3, if that is possibly Injustice 2 that has been going around. Ed Boon's even been teasing that. Of course, he was the game director of Injustice and Mortal Kombat. So Injustice 2 might be being revealed at E3. Is a Superman game going to be revealed at E3? Is a Suicide Squad game going to be revealed at E3? Is this even Batman game going to be revealed at E3? Of course, E3, when this video goes out, will be only 9 days away. So pretty exciting times for video game fans, even DC fans, because I have a feeling that we are going to get something to do maybe with a new DC game. I could, of course, be totally wrong, but let me know in the comment section below what you think about these leaks. Do you believe them? Do you not? Do you think which game do you think is more possible? Do you think the Suicide Squad game is more possible, or do you think the new I guess you could call it, let's call it for now, the new Robin game, because he never says that the Robins become Batman. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think of all about these leaks. Of course, make sure to go check out this article in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself. Of course, if I find any more information out, I will of course make a video about it when it comes out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like to show me you have enjoyed. Also, subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. And follow me on Twitter at SoccerGamer07 to keep even more updated with the channel. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.